Hi, I have just seen this post. A person got stuck in an elevator because of a Windows update. That is just one of the most ridiculous and hilarious things that I have seen in my life. Why do you need Windows in an elevator? Having actual Windows in an elevator is cool, by the way, but as a software it is just very unnecessary. Elevator is an actually very risky thing to operate. It has laws and regulations. There are lots of emergencies and accidents happening with elevators. It needs to be very basic and simple and safe. So don't overcomplicate things, please. Even on a personal computer, Windows sometimes just work in mysterious ways. There's going to be some errors, some bugs, it might slow down from time to time, and yeah, the forced updates. That is the main issue here. There is this other version of Windows, the Windows Enterprise long-term support. I heard that it doesn't have this forced updates. I don't know if they were using that version in here, but still, Windows is just big operating system. Elevator just needs to go up and down. Actually, there is not a lot of moves you can do with an elevator. Like, you're not going to run any other software on an elevator, you just need one elevator software probably. You can probably play Doom, but that is just unrelated because you can play it on anything. And this person states that they deliberately changed the elevator's interior. There were just classic manual buttons there. They recently changed it to a Windows machine with a touch screen. I see that there are still some buttons there, but they are not working while the Windows is updating. That is just so dumb. So my first suggestion, just use buttons. You don't need any touch screens there. Second suggestion, if you need this for a central connected system maybe, so for some reason you need these advanced features in the elevator, maybe don't run Windows on it. Someone programmed this on a Windows, but they can probably program this on a Linux too. And most of the times you don't need to completely shut down a Linux system. This update thing is not happening in Linux. Third suggestion, let the buttons run anyway. What happens if you got a blue screen there? Do you need to call the emergency services every single time? Fourth suggestion, if you can get away with it, don't just connect it to the internet. There are some elevators out there running on Windows XP. So this is a common practice, I guess. Yes, Windows is very compatible with different hardwares, and if a software is running on Windows, you can just expect it to keep running on it. So I get that on Linux you sometimes have to tweak some settings there, install some different packages to keep everything working. But you don't have to keep doing it actually. You just have to do it once, and then unless you touch that system again, it is just going to keep working. And in this particular example, I don't see how Windows is making everything better. Probably the biggest reason behind this touchscreen elevators is because they are communicating with a central hub, for positioning and sending different elevators very efficiently. And they may have a security card reader there connected to their database for only allowing some people to some floors. They may have a camera feed here. They probably connected the phone emergency call system to the internet too. And they are just running a generic software here probably, and they are just updating it from time to time maybe. So that is why they need an internet connection and advanced features here. Although you can do all of these things separately actually, they just said, why don't we combine everything and run it through the Windows? Well, here's your reason to not do it. I don't know, if this would happen to me, this is enough reason to hate Windows for the rest of my life. So what do you think about it? Do you think this was necessary? Did I make the right points here? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and thank you for listening.